This one's a very interesting article for online weddings for Australian Filipina couples. Now, with COVID going on, many couples have been kept separated from each other. And to be honest, I wasn't really sure what to think about these online weddings, which are coming out of Utah in the USA. Now, I've heard some guys in the US saying that they've been successful in bringing their Filipina to the US, but they're under totally different rules to what we have here in Australia. Or so I thought. And I saw this article from Geoff Harvey of Down Under Visa, who's a very reputable and professional migration agent residing in the Philippines, but he's an Australian guy, married to a Filipina, and really knows his stuff, as I can attest to, because I did use him to bring my daughter from the Philippines to Australia to live with us. Now, I'm not an affiliate with Geoff in any way. I just know he's a good guy and is very professional, and I would recommend him to anybody, and especially if you're looking for an online wedding in order to bring your Filipina to be with you in Australia. So this article that Geoff's posted is about online weddings for Australian Filipina couples, and he says here clearly at the top that they're not marriage brokers, they're not celebrants, and they're definitely not matchmakers. But as I say, he's a very professional migration agent that specialises in making the dreams of Filipina Aussie couples come together. So in the article, Geoff says travel bans and online weddings. What happens when travel bans and distances stop couples from getting together and marrying? And this is making it impossible for them to move forward with their partner visa applications. Fortunately, online weddings have become a reality thanks to the far-sightedness of the government of Utah in the US. Spouses of Australian citizens and permanent residents may apply for exemptions to the current travel bans, which would otherwise prevent them from entering Australia. Online weddings are legal in the state of Utah. Utah are happy to marry non-US citizens and non-US residents. So neither the bride nor the groom needs to live in the US. Australia, under the Marriage Act 1961, recognises weddings that were legally solemnised in the US, just as it does marriages which take place in the Philippines and most other countries. And yes, I did confirm this with the Australian law specialist lawyer. Letter of advice on request, Geoff says. So if Geoff says he's done that, then you can guarantee that he's done that, and he'll be happy to show you that letter of advice. He goes on to say, so whilst this is all fairly new, there's no legal reason why an Australian Filipina couple can't marry online via Utah State County Clerk's Office. And there's no reason why this marriage will not be recognised by the Australian government and the Department of Home Affairs in particular. So that's all very interesting. So basically what he's saying there is, yes, it is legal to get a Utah online wedding if you're an Australian with your Filipina. And once you have that marriage certificate, then you can legally apply to bring your Filipina to Australia. Now, again, I'm just passing this information on. I'm no immigration lawyer or immigration specialist, but Geoff is. So if you want more information, be sure to contact Geoff and not me about this, but I'm happy to hear your comments in the comments section below. Now, as we go down, we can see some pictures of some people who have been married, but the one question I have when looking at this was, how much is this going to cost? Is it some crazy amount? And how long will it actually take? Well, we can scroll down to the bottom of this page and it's got a whole lot of frequently asked questions. Now, there's all these questions here, but as I say, we've got to find out what the costs are. And it's very, very cheap. Current $70 for the license and $35 for the ceremony. That's US dollars. So what, 105 US dollars, probably around 140, 150 Australian dollars, and you've got yourself a marriage license. How is the marriage certificate issued? It's emailed to you and you receive it within a day or so. So it just comes to your email box. How long is it valid for? It's valid for 30 days. So you must marry within that time after obtaining the license. So that's getting the license to start with before you get married. Once you have the license, you can then get married. within that 30-day period. How long does it take to obtain a marriage license? So after you're married online, it will take 7 to 10 days. This is all very, very quick. And remember, guys, if you're in Australia, it's very legal. Do we need witnesses? Yes, you need 2 witnesses, 18 years or older, and no, they don't need to be in the same place as the bride or groom. Can Down Under Visa help us with a partner visa to Australia? And yes, of course they can. And as I say, I'm not affiliated with Geoff and Down Under Visa, but he will give you top-notch service and expert advice. I know that much. Do you need to meet in person first? And Geoff's answer is, couldn't tell you if Utah would marry a couple who haven't met in person. However, you would be a little imprudent in Geoff's view if you did. And B, you would never qualify for a partner visa anyway, which would defeat the purpose. And he's right. So what Geoff's saying is, even if you've got a marriage certificate, you do have to have met your Filipina in person before they'll approve a partner visa here in Australia. So it'd be a waste of time if you've never met them to actually do this process of getting married online. But if you've met your Filipina and COVID is what's keeping you guys apart from escalating and continuing your relationship, then for sure, this could be the answer for you guys. But if you have any other questions, as I say, direct them directly to Geoff at Down Under Visa. Now, you can see here on my community page, so under my community tab, I've actually put a video that Geoff has recently uploaded, which is on this topic of online weddings and Australian visas. Is it legal? And as we've already answered that question, it is legal. But Geoff's got a whole heap of information in here, which you'll find very, very interesting. And you can make contact with Geoff, I'm sure, through his video, and he'll give you details where to contact him in person or through his website, which you can do a search on Google just for Down Under Visas. So again, I've put that on my community link. So go to my community link and check it out. So hopefully for some of you Australian guys who are in a relationship and met a Filipina, this could be a great opportunity for you and your Filipina to get married and live together in Australia as man and wife. Of course, you've still got to go through the process after this of applying for a partner visa and so on. But it all seems rather a very easy process. As you'll see if you watch this video, towards the end he has a couple of testimonies from a couple of guys who have gone through the process, and it really, really does sound very, very easy. But of course, the partner visa will be a different story. It's not quite so easy. So you can always enlist the help of Geoff there as well. And if you do go and have a chat with Geoff, tell him that Peter from All About Filipina Relationships has sent you over. That would be appreciated. So I must say that I found it rather surprising that it is all rather legal, because I dismissed it when I first saw about these online weddings and thought, no way the Australian government would allow this. But yes, at this point in time, they do allow it. But whether or not it stays that way, who knows? Maybe the government will get wind of what's going on. Maybe they'll change it, or maybe they don't care and they'll just leave it as it is. But anyway, at the date of recording this video, it's certainly an option for you Aussie guys in a relationship with a Filipina. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.